Hello everybody and welcome back. I am Gabe from Sinnoh and this is part 3 of designing an entire fakemon region. We've already done starters, we've done early route Pokemon, and I just can't stop designing little guys. So as any good Pokemon player knows, pretty early in the game you encounter a forest, and what are forests filled with? Bug Pokemon. That's right, we have 4 new bug Pokemon for you today. We have a 3-stage early bug route that kind of goes from the I swear this should have evolved by now tier into the this might actually be really good tier. Bug Pokemon have shaped a lot of people's adventures, and I personally like them. For some reason, Gen 5 went really hard with bug Pokemon. I mean, we got Leavenny, we got Scolipede, we got Galvantula and Volcarona. I don't know what they were cooking in Unova, but you know what? It worked for me. Now, before we start getting into the designs, I do want to just give a massive thank you to everyone who has taken the time to watch the first 2 videos on the starters and the early route Pokemon. It means a lot to me to read the comments and see how much people are really liking these designs. It's a little nerve-wracking putting designs out there for people to see, and just the reception to them has been astronomical and incredibly heartwarming for me, so thank you very much. And if you're a new viewer and maybe you haven't seen those 2 videos yet, feel free to pause this, go check them out, maybe leave a like and a comment about what you think. We'll still be here when you get back. No rush, take your time. So bug Pokemon. They're kind of the unsung heroes of the early game. I always think of them as caterpillars that evolve really early, and then sometimes they turn into cool stuff. I mean, we got Vikavolt, we've got Volcarona, those are cool stuff. For this line, I really kind of wanted to play it safe. I wanted to just a simple 3-stage, but I wanted to add a secondary type and maybe make it a little more useful in the competitive game. So it's not going to evolve quite as early, and it's going to be a bug fire type based off the evolution line of Monarch butterflies. I think Monarch butterflies are so freaking cool. I love the color scheme of their caterpillar. I love how bright green their chrysalis is. And I just love the name Monarch Butterfly. They were the first butterfly that I can remember ever learning about, and I've just been obsessed with them since. So we're doing a 3-stage bug fire line, and I really wanted to keep the concept of nobility that my friend suggested. So without further ado, Peasapillar. Peasapillar will wear the furs of Monemberess to swear their allegiance to their monarchs. Unlike a lot of other Pokemon families, Peasapillar are actually born in massive congregations during Monemberess migrations and have the ability to choose which queen they will migrate back with. Loyalty is such a strong concept for Peasapillar that they become very competitive over food and territory, and are even known to do aggressive headbutts strong enough to knock Ignobles, Kakuna, and Metapod straight out of trees. Peasapillar will spend almost all of their time traveling and bringing food back to their queens. This makes them incredibly difficult to catch, because while they are fairly simple to catch and weak in comparison to other Pokemon, their loyalty to their queens means there's a long road to domestication and battle readiness. Peasapillar was one of those designs where I knew I wanted to incorporate the black, the white, and the yellow of the Monarch butterflies caterpillars, and I was just wondering, I was like, how do I reinvent a caterpillar Pokemon? How do I create something that's been done so many times and just kind of keep it simple? And then I sat down and I drew it, and that was that. And the round shape and the blue eyes of Peasapillar, as well as the kind of fur around its eyes and face, really set the tone for the rest of the evolution line as well, especially the middle stage. The middle stage, I didn't really have a strong idea as to where I wanted to go, aside from that I wanted it to look almost like it was wrapped up in a straitjacket, and then keep that black ribbon and blue eyes from the earlier stage. Ignoble. Despite their smooth appearance, Ignoble contain large amounts of heat and will often explode if they feel they have no other way to defend themselves. Ignoble can stay completely still for weeks at a time while they gestate into their final form and pledge loyalty to their queen in the form of a noble guard. They'll stand guard over Monemberess, often just watching and waiting for any threats that may appear to them or the nest. While they're mostly stationary, their hard exterior and their ability to generate incredibly strong, sticky silk makes them a major threat to anything that gets too close. They've often been known to tie things up in their silk and then drop themselves from trees, pulling predators and opponents down with them. Trainers can often easily identify the life cycle of an Ignoble because they tend to be brighter and shinier after recently evolving, and tend to glow when they're about to evolve into their final form. So if Peasapillar is the ever-working peasant on the ground of the kingdom, and Ignoble is, well, the noble that serves the monarch directly, then all that's left is the queen. Monarch butterflies are very unique because they have these crazy migration patterns in these super bright colors, and I always thought that they were just super fascinating. I mean, I love the orange, black, and white color scheme, and the idea that something can just wake up and know to fly 3,000 miles is insane to me. And obviously I wanted to do something a little more exciting than just another bug type or bug flying type, or even bug poison type, and the colors just perfectly suited it for a fire type. I mean, a queen's fiery wrath, like, come on. Monemberess. Monemberess are friendly in nature, and many places will hold festivals for them as they undergo their yearly migration. Nobody knows how or why they do this, but hordes of them will gather and travel yearly using the sun to navigate. They absorb powerful amounts of UV rays from their wings, allowing them to fly great distances even without food or rest. They can flap their wings and shake their fur, creating thick flurries, allowing them to put opponent Pokemon to sleep, poison them, or paralyze them, or even discharge powerful embers. Trainers traveling with Monemberess often have a difficulty keeping track of them, as they have a strong urge to fly towards the sun, towards their migration, or they will just disappear for long periods at a time and return with hordes of abandoned Ignoble and Peasapillar, trying to create little kingdoms of their own. I think this line turned out really well. I'm super happy with it. Monarch Butterfly is just one of those things where I think a Pokemon fits it perfectly. I mean, it's colorful, it's got a cool name, it's got a cool concept, and it just kind of fits that line of nobility early route bug. I do have one more single stage bug Pokemon for you today, but before we get into it, I just want to give another shout out to Oscar, or rgreywind on Instagram. I design all of these Pokemon and I conceptualize them, but he really captures that Sugimori art style that brings them to life and brings them on screen for you. If you have some time, check him out on Instagram, drop him a like. He's a great guy, does great work, and this would not be anywhere as good without him. For the final Pokemon in this video, I kind of ran in the complete opposite direction. While Peasapillar is a nice early game Caterpillar, the next one that we have is a single stage late game bug Pokemon, more in line with Scyther, Heracross, and Pinsir. And we actually took a lot of inspiration from Heracross and Pinsir when developing its stats and overall vibe. This Pokemon is based off a very specific type of Weevil, and specifically this picture that's showing on screen right now. I just loved his little yellow feet and his weird nose, and something about him just seemed so untrustworthy. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's almost like cartoon villainy. And I kind of wanted to lean in with that for this design. Mischieevil. Mischieevil is a nocturnal Pokemon known for its dense armor and unique horns. Its shell helps it to camouflage in dark forests, surprising unsuspecting prey. Their long curved snouts are used for burrowing into tree barks with eerie precision, leaving behind unique spiral openings. Trainers who follow these tunnels often find hordes of berries and leaves, but should beware, as they can be fiercely territorial and stay hidden in them most of the day. Mischieevil absolutely love to battle, and their smug attitude makes them overly confident, but wickedly powerful. And that is it for part 3 of our Pokemon series. If you've made it this far and you've survived all of the icky bugs and why does this one have so many legs concepts, then congratulations, you are officially a bug type Pokemon expert. And hopefully you'll stick around for the next video, where we're going to be giving evolutions to Pokemon that need them. This series has been so much fun so far. Thank you again for watching, and as always, if you'd like to watch more videos, please click the videos at the end, and we will see you next time.